I wish your call would crash so you could go away.
Well, I think the same.
No, you don't. You would be devastated if I left.
I would, I
I
would, I
know.
would. I just do this on my own.
It wouldn't work.
Well, we'll see about that.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Breaking Bells. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by the amazing, the wonderful Hole. How you doing? What the heck was
Yo,
that?
I'm doing. I don't know. That was a bit more like
Okay, whatever. Knock yourself out
I
there.
don't know.
Okay.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. What do you got for us today?
So I wanted to talk about the obvious. I think I'm going to call it server issues and loading screen times after the update, and if you've experienced it, and what do you think?
So, I'm.
Have you dealt with it like firsthand? Do you think?
No.
No.
And that's where I'm a little confused. I'm actually, as we're talking,
Yeah.
I'm going to fire up my my Switch. I want to time it. I want to see how long it's taking.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
To do
A
this.
live demo.
So I want to do. I want to see how long it takes to fire everything up and to go.
Yeah.
I was being told anywhere like 8-10 minutes, and I'm like, that just seems awfully long.
Yeah.
And I want to just feel it out. I want to see.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
Just so we have clarity.
Yeah.
I have right now started my Switch. So
Yeah.
like started up Animal Crossing. So it's
Yeah.
checking to see if it can play, and we're going in to the stuff, and then I'm going to go through. I want to see how long from start to finish it takes to play. But me personally, I don't believe I've had problems with it. And that's what I'm curious about. I'm curious to see what, because people are saying 10 minutes, and some people were saying it was so bad they thought that their system crashed or their game crashed.
That happened to me, and a bunch of people. We were just doing like a little like diving thing. So there were 8 people, including me, of course, on my island, and all of a sudden, like the moment someone left, we literally got stuck. Like we got so stuck that I think we all waited on this one load screen for about 5 minutes, and then I was like, guys, just turn off your switches, like just turn them off, because this is like there's something wrong here. And the amount of times I've like had people over, and then it just says communication error, but there's no like, it's very, very strange, but I've noticed it quite a lot and it's only since the update. Even things like picking stuff up off the ground when people are around, it stutters, and then it's like, oh, and now I'm gonna pick something up. Like I've noticed it quite a lot.
Well, that's different. I think I think we're talking apples to oranges here. Where I've had people coming to me is saying that the minute you fire up your Switch, it takes very long to get from the minute you turn the Switch on, like not firing up the Switch, the minute you fire up the Animal Crossing game to the minute it takes to get in and play. You know, in terms of like, they're saying the load screens there are taking long periods of time, where they're worried that their files are corrupting and it's gonna break.
Oh, I see.
So that's what was brought to my attention. So I just want to lay this down. I got a timer here, and at the 2-minute mark, the 2:09 mark, is when I pressed to start from the game select screen, the menu.
Yeah.
From there to the minute it fired up where I could press A to start playing the game was 2:05. So about 40 seconds, give or take, it took to go there. Then I pressed A at 2:56, and it took till 3:22 to load up. And I think that's where it's getting longer and longer for people.
Yeah,
now,
definitely.
This is my opinion on things. I think the thing is this. So people will say, well, Bobby, why did yours go so quickly? And I think there's a multitude of reasons.
Yeah.
One, I have a new Switch, meaning the Switch that I play on is the Switch. You know what? We'll try it again on my other Switch
It's
too.
the Switch that they re-released when they like updated it a bit.
My Switch is the Animal Crossing Switch.
Oh, I see.
So,
Okay,
and that has an upgraded battery. That has everything good to go. Now I'm going to do it again under my other Switch, but I have to update that one, so that's whatever.
Because I've noticed it loading in, but also like actual like waiting screens for people coming over and leaving and stuff like that, and just getting stuck.
Yeah. That stuff, but I feel like that's server issue, and that's a totally different issue.
Yeah.
And that's just the thing that like Nintendo's just got to fix their internet.
Yeah,
they got to figure out what's going on. Like, that's just they got to sort that stuff out. What I feel like on the front end, what could potentially be is you have a potential of having 3 Switches. You could have a Switch Lite. Yeah. You could have an original Switch. Yeah. And then you could have the new Switch or the Animal Crossing Switches. Now, people might go, well, what does that matter? That shouldn't matter. And you're right. Yeah. Maybe it shouldn't matter, but it will matter. And let's kind of like understand some things. Yeah. And I want to go through it. So the Switch Lite, it's a newer model. Yeah. But the battery is not as big, and the battery has a lot to do with what happens with the Switch. Yeah. The Switch Lite is a newer model, but the battery isn't as powerful as the new Switch. It's more powerful than an old Switch, but it's not as powerful as the new one. The new Switch just has a bigger, more powerful battery. Yeah. So what they found, though, is that new updated battery actually helps all the components run smoother. Yeah. So my feeling is what could potentially be one or two things is it could be the matter of people using a Switch Lite, which just isn't as strong as a new Switch. And it could also be an old Switch versus a new Switch, and that could be the potential problems. Yeah. So definitely. I think that definitely, I hadn't even considered that, to be honest, but that definitely comes into it for sure. It's definitely, I think it has some play. Now that aside, I want people to understand that could potentially be what's taking so long. The other thing too that I think people aren't realizing that could take longer is the fact that your islands are crammed with a lot more stuff. Yes. And I notice it when I'm walking around and I see stuff just like load in and I'm like, whoa. Yes. So I think that's something that people have to recognize as well. That it might just be taking a long time because you have a lot of stuff that has to load in. Yeah. That's all memory. That's eating all memory, and it's taking time. So it could be you might have a lot of items on the ground, meaning you could have lighthouse and trees and a lot of trees and a lot of fruit trees and whatever, and that all takes time to process through and get fired up. I can tell you already, just from looking at this. Yeah. I think the difference between the old Switch and the new Switch is definitely a problem because I have 2 games loaded, one on the old original Switch and one on the new Switch, and I'm already well close to being past the time limit on the one. Yeah. So I mean that could potentially be a part of the problem. Definitely. Actually, I'm wrong. So we're gonna see real quick. I'm still doing the test, so it's whatever. But I want people to understand too that could potentially be the thing. Now, the other problem is what you said about online. Yeah, there's definitely problems with the online, and that needs to be
struggling with that.
Yeah, that needs to be adjusted.
I really am. Yeah, like I said the other day, I just someone left, and we all just kind of message each other like, are we all stuck on the same screen? Someone got booted back to their island, which was really bizarre. Mine just completely crashed, and I just said to everyone, I think it's better just shutting off your Switch. Just turn it or close the game off anyway. Yeah. But there are definite issues there, without a doubt. Yeah, and the crazy thing is this is what I think it is, Holly, because it took me less time. It took me the same exact time on both Switches. So I think, really? Yeah, same exact time on both Switches. So I just did it. So my thing would be,
Could it be a potential with somebody's Switch having issues?
Maybe.
Also, are they using a Switch Lite? Because I didn't do the test on a Switch Lite.
No.
It could be a Switch Lite. Like, I don't know what people are playing on,
definitely.
and I'm just assuming. I don't really know for sure what people are playing on. But I feel like if your Switch is taking 8 minutes to load the game in,
not okay.
That's not okay. There's something you might want to talk to somebody about. Like maybe call, and what I mean by that is call Nintendo. Call Nintendo directly.
Yeah.
You got to understand this. Nintendo has a fantastic customer service. Fantastic customer service. You can call them and ask them almost any question, and they'll be willing to answer it.
Yeah, I've never had to contact them actually, but it's good to know that if I do ever have a problem, like I'm lucky with no Joy-Con drift and stuff like that.
One thing I'll say is if you're in the United States, you're in North America, you can call 1-800-255-3700 and just ask them. Just say, hey, this is my situation. Do I need to be worried? Should I be freaking out right now?
Yeah.
and I mean, it's a legitimate question, but rather than taking my stupid test that I just did, I think it could potentially be one of two things. It could be that your island has a lot of stuff on it and it's taking a lot of time to memorize, or you're using a Switch Lite, but it shouldn't take that much longer. It shouldn't take 8 minutes at all.
No. And it shouldn't take 5 minutes.
No, it should take, from my test that I just did here, it should take you probably 40 seconds, which can seem like a lifetime, but it's not 8 minutes. Because if it takes 8 minutes, you might have problems on your hands.
You've got issues. Yeah.
You might want to call Nintendo. Seriously.
It's a good point. Yeah. It's a good point actually, like about different types of switches, and I hadn't even consideed that really.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching today's video. Hopefully it opened your eyes to a couple of things here. I pray. I hope. But let us know in the comments down below what your actual issues are. What model Switch do you have? Maybe we can work on it together. Let us know if you do call Nintendo, what they're telling you. But be sure to subscribe to Holly's channel. We have new Breaking Bells episodes every single Monday and Wednesday here on Holly's channel. Every Tuesday and Thursday over on my channel. That is all. Peace out, Preston.
Bye.